I attended the Azure seminar, and based on the Azure seminar, here is a small demo using Azure Portal to create SQL Server database and connect to the same SQL database. We can create the SQL Server database in Azure in multiple ways, like using the portal and using the scripts from the backend, like ARM scripts or bicep scripts. Here I am showing the detailed demo using the Azure Portal user interface. On the top, search for the SQL databases. In the pop-up, select the SQL databases, and in the new screen, click on the Create tab. We can see the Create SQL database page with basics, networking, security, additional settings, tags, review and create. Here at the subscription, we have to select the existing Azure subscription, and resource groups. We can create a new resource group, demo resource group. We create it, and we have to create the database and the server. Database name is demo database. Demo database 123, and the server we have to create as demo database server 123. And selected the location as US East. We have multiple locations like US, Asia, Europe, Asia Pacific, multiple locations. I selected the US East, US. Authentication method. We have SQL only authentication or Microsoft Entra only authentication, and we can select both SQL authentication and Microsoft Entra authentication. I selected both SQL and Microsoft Entra authentication. As I selected both, I have to set the admin user. Selected the admin username, and I have to create the user and the password. I've selected the password as well. Now clicked on OK, not saving. And here the workload environment, as this is for demo purpose, I selected the development environment. Here the backup and storage redundancy. We have local redundancy, zone redundant, geo redundant and geo zone redundant backup storage types. I selected the local redundant backup storage. Clicked on networking. I can see the cost summary on the right side. Connectivity method, I selected public endpoint here, and the firewall rules we have add current client IP address if we want to connect using the IP address. Connection policy default, encrypted connections, minimum TLS version TLS 1.2, default one I selected. security, click down. The ledger, here the default options. For additional settings I have selected. For additional settings, use existing data. Here I selected sample database, because if we select the sample database, the default database objects we will get, like tables, views, stored procs. Click on the tags. We can give the tag name, the value, and the resources, like we can select the existing resources. Click on review and create. We can see the summary. Click on the create. Now it is validating, initializing, the submitting the deployment. The deployment is in progress now. Now the deployment has got completed success. Now go to the resource. We can see the server name. Here is the demo resource group. Select the SQL Server database. We can connect to the database in multiple ways, like using the query editor, SSMS, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, Azure Data Studio, like connection strings also we can use, JDBC, ODBC, for programming languages like .NET, Java, Python, etc. Here I am connecting using the query editor. Clicked on the query editor. I can see the options like SQL Server Authentication and Microsoft Entra Authentication. Here it is showing up both, because at the authentication mode we have selected both SQL Server and the Microsoft Entra Authentication. Clicked on the Microsoft Entra Authentication, and we can see the editor, query editor. Here on the left side we can see the tables, views, stored procs, database objects, as we have selected the sample database. In the query editor, we will run few commands like selecting the table, create a new table, join two tables and run the query, and to the new table insert record and select the new table. Like querying the already existing table, product categories table. We see the data like top 20 based on the name as category name we are seeing, and queried that. Here are the details steps. And like we joined category table and the product table to get the top 20 name and the category name. Here is the script to create a table, like dbo.customers, creating a table with customer ID, name, location, email ID. And here the customer ID, it is a primary key, so duplicate records it will not allow. Now the table has got created. Inserting the records. Only one record inserted and querying the same table. Now we can clean up this database and the server and the resource group. We can delete the resource group either through the portal or through the CLI using the bash or PowerShell. Here I am using the user interface, like go to the resource group, select the resource group and delete the resource group. All its underlying services will be deleted. Select the resource group and delete the resource group so that the database and the server also will be deleted. Copy the resource group name, paste it here and delete the resource group. Now the deleting resource group is in progress. If we click on this bell icon notifications, we will see the recent history like deployment succeeded previously, and now the delete is in progress. It is running now. Now the resource group has got deleted. Now let us check whether the database and the database server name were deleted or not. Now the resource group and its contents were deleted. Let us check. There is no resource group and its contents. So in this session, we have learned how to create a database server and connect to the database using a portal user interface. Thank you.